Hey guys, what's up? It is Amy. I realize it's been a couple months since, oh Jesus, it's been a couple months since my last update, so I figured I'd check in. Don't mind the hair. I took a shower this morning and then went outside and let it air dry out in the breeze, so it's a little wild child, but whatever. I've been doing this practice definitely this week. But a cup here and there where in the morning before I start my day, before I start my work day, I get a cup of coffee, go outside, I sit on the bottom step so my feet are on the ground. It's kind of like grounding myself and just drink my coffee. I try to not get on social media. I try to not look at emails. I try to just enjoy the day. But so anyway, so messy hair, don't care, whatever. But so I just figured I'd check in. Last time I talked to you, it was May, and we were in the beginning phases of a huge change in our family life. So my son had prom. We went to college orientation. He graduated high school. We had an amazing party, friends and family. It went hours after what it was supposed to, but it was so good. So many people showed love and support. He was able to then use money that he got from graduation to get himself a car. He got himself a little Jetta. He's all into it. And then in mid-June, he moved to college. It is August 26th. He is actually done with his first semester. They call them sessions, but he's already done with his first session for college. So one under the belt, 17 more to go. He just, a new session is starting on Monday, and he actually just moved off campus with a friend. So he's living a little bit away from school, but he'll be able to focus more on work and not so much on party life on campus. So mom's okay with that. But he's doing good. I'm adjusting to empty nest. I mean, I have a friend who is renting 2 of my bedrooms or a couple of rooms here for her and her kids. Because I've got a big house, I've got all this space, and she was in need of a place, and I thought, why not? So she's here. Sometimes the kids are here, so that's nice. We kind of help each other go through life struggles. We've been friends, oh my gosh, since we were little. So that's been good. So I'm not always like totally solo, but I think I'm adjusting okay. I had a little, there has been some adjustments and life is very different than what it looked like 3 months ago. There's a lot of freedom, a lot more quiet, but overall, I'm doing good. I actually got into tarot reading. When I went through the last breakup back in April, I happened to get online on YouTube. I was just looking at my horoscope to see what the horoscope said. And I came across a tarot reading, and it just fascinated me. And I had bought a deck probably 20 years ago. And back then I was still very good Christian girl. Tarot cards are the devil, whatever. And so it scared me. So I got rid of the cards back then. And but to watch these readers, because it's like I watched that reading and then I watched another and another and another, and I realized I was spending hours a day while I was working. I would have the YouTube videos just kind of playing on a loop in the background. And then I realized I was picking up on the meanings of the cards, and it wasn't just saying, oh, this is what's going to happen. The readers, I'm blessed that I was somehow guided to readers that were really encouraging and motivational and saying, you know, you have ultimate control of where your life goes. Yes, there are those unexpected moments that can rock your world. For me, I just had another relationship end suddenly, and it really shifted and rocked my world because it made me look at stuff with myself. And so in that instance, those cards could kind of give encouragement, like, okay, now where do you go? Now what do you do? You know, it really is about loving yourself and believing in yourself. And for me, I always feel like the cards are very encouraging and motivational. Like, you've got all the power within yourself. And you have to trust that God's got a plan. He truly does. And so just do the best you can. So anyway, long story short, I made a YouTube channel. On Tuesdays, I do Tarot Tuesdays. Sometimes I'll throw something else in there. I posted a video yesterday, called it Tarot Thursday, because yesterday was an Aquarius full moon. I'm an Aquarius. So if you would like to check it out, it is Aqua Empress is the YouTube channel. And if you go to my about page on this YouTube channel, you'll find the link there. So I'm still in the beginning phases. I'm learning. That's why I do the videos on YouTube, to kind of get more practice. I do readings for myself all the time. I do readings for my friend. I did do a couple of readings for people via Facebook Messenger. But I'm doing some more trainings and really honing my skills. I truly love, like, they're just so fun and amazing. And even in the hard readings, there is hope. And so I'm really honing my craft, and hopefully soon I'll be doing that on a semi-professional level, where I will be doing readings via Facebook Messenger or in person, or, you know, we'll see where it takes me. And maybe for right now, it's just a fun hobby. So there's that. I'm still trying to finish the third book in my Love in a Bar series. I didn't get a lot of work done. And then the other day, I just had this idea for one of the characters who I actually considered not giving a romantic partner to. I thought, what if this book, she's single and the love story is really with herself? I mean, it's fiction. I can do what I want. You know, like, yes, it's a romance novel, but it's also like chick lit. So, I can do whatever the hell I want. It's my story. But, the other day, out of the blue, I got an idea, and, I got an idea, and, yesterday I went to the library, because I, don't connect to the Wi-Fi, so then I'm not distracted by all social media and all that stuff, and cranked out 2,600 words in less than 2 hours. That's a lot of damn words, period. Yeah, so that book, I actually, this next week, I'm gonna be home solo. So between working my day job and practicing my tarot, I'm definitely got plenty of time to do some writing. So I'm going to be working at that. So the other thing, which is the whole point of this channel, was my weight loss journey. I don't know if you can tell. Look at that. There's curves. I'm still working at it. A couple of days a week, I try to get on the treadmill. The other day I mowed the yard. I counted that as my physical fitness. Yesterday when I went to the library, I walked. The library is just over half a mile away. So at least I got, a mile in. But just trying to eat healthy. I feel good. I've been going to bed at an earlier time so I can get sleep. Sleep's kind of been an issue in the last couple of weeks just because of some life things going on, but it's getting better. And I'm really learning the value of just taking time to be still. I just went, like I said, I went through a heartbreak, and it was very hard to not just like shut down, shut everything out, just hide in my room. Because, life goes on, and it is what it is. But the one, like the week after everything happened, I thought, I need to get out of here. And so I drove up north. My brother lives 4 hours north in northern Michigan, and I love it up there. I've been going there since I was a little girl. My grandparents lived up there. I have an aunt and uncle who live up there. My cousins, my brother now lives up there, and it's beautiful. It's peaceful. It's home on some level. I'm gonna cry. So many amazing memories from being a kid. So my brother camps like an hour from his home, so he was gone. So I stayed at his place. I house sat, stayed there by myself. Went and bought me a brand new fishing pole and a fishing license, and went to the channel where my grandfather used to take us all evenings after supper. We'd go to the channel and we'd go fishing. And so I took myself and I sat there for 2 hours. It was a beautiful day. And when I killed like the third fish, because they kept swallowing the hook, I was like, okay, I should probably go now. And then I went to my brother's house and opened up the garage doors, pulled out a camping chair, and just sat there and read a book. And I mean, it was beautiful, pine tree skyline and blue skies. A storm came through, but it was just so peaceful. And just that disconnecting, and just feeling like, you know what? I don't have to solve everything right now. I can just be in the moment. It was really, really needed to just unplug, to disconnect. There was still some things to work through. Last weekend, I thought, you know what? It's okay if I order a pizza and go to my room. I rearrange my bedroom. I rearrange my living room. I've rearranged my office to mix up the energy, switch up the energy. And I went up to my room with a pizza and some pop, which was the first pop I drank in a while, which is probably why I had an upset stomach afterward. And binge watch Grey's Anatomy. And it's like, you know what? I work very hard at my day job. I'm working to help pay for half of my son's college. I try to be very disciplined with my finances. And I've kind of dialed back on going out every weekend to the bar and all that. And it's like, it's okay to just grab a pizza and binge watch TV sometimes. Like, it's okay to just do nothing. I'm so, I've always been like, I've got to do this. I got to do that. I've always had goals and all these things. And that's amazing. I have goals. I will always be a goal setter, but I'm finding the value in just doing nothing, just being still. Days when it's chaotic at work and I just can't focus, I will take 5 minutes and I will walk outside in my bare feet and I will walk out into the grass and just breathe and just kind of like ground myself. Like I'm realizing, paying attention more to my energy levels and where my thoughts go really, it really has become not just a physical health, but mental and, it's like that mind, body, spirit. I'm understanding it on a whole new level. And, it really is helping the journey, because I find that as I'm doing those things, as I'm, in those stressful moments, instead of going to the cupboard for junk, I'm going outside for fresh air. I allow myself that 1 cup of coffee in the morning and kind of, connect with the day. And then I drink water most of the day. Or maybe some like Crystal Light flavoring or whatever. But I'm just really getting in touch with myself. I mean, I've been learning to love myself for 41 damn years. I feel like I am the closest I have been in a very long time. I treat myself so much better than I used to. And I'm looking at how I allow others to treat me and working on that to make sure that I am respected and I am valued by those that I love or that I choose to love. But I feel like I'm the most authentic I've ever been. Like, and it's funny because I'm just realizing, I would say I have like no filter, but that no filter is being authentic. It's being true to who you are. If you want to laugh, laugh. If you want to cry, cry. I hid behind, how I thought I should be for so long that I'm at that point now where it's like, screw that. You either love me or you don't. You either accept me as I am, quirks and all, or you don't. And it doesn't take very long to see that I'm a quirky chick. And I am so good with that. I'm so good with that. Like this tarot thing, people have their opinions. You know what? Whatever. I enjoy it. I choose to see it in a way that is helpful and hopeful to other people and not this evil, toxic thing that some people want to make it into. I was watching a tarot reader the other day and she said, tarot reading is really evolving. In the earlier stages, there were a couple of people who were in the occult who kind of gave it a bad rap. But for the most part, tarot really was designed and used to give hope, to encourage, to be supportive. And I know some people are going to think this is blasphemous for me saying it, but it's truly how I feel. And I know how I feel about God, and I believe I know how God feels about me, which is he loves me unconditionally. No matter what I do, he loves me unconditionally. And I believe for me, God gave somebody the foresight and wisdom to create tarot cards. Just like God gave all these dudes foresight to write these things down to someday become what we know as the Bible. And for me, like as growing up with a preacher grandfather and having that spiritual foundation, I'm so, so grateful for. I know there were many times where it's like, God, I need encouragement. I need words of wisdom, So I used to pick up the Bible and just open the Bible and know whatever words were on the pages was the message I needed because God was like guiding me to that. And that's how I feel about tarot. It's like, God, give me the encouragement and the wisdom to understand this moment or to realize I understand as much as I can and I just have to be okay with that, And so for me, that's tarot because you don't know what cards are coming out and you have to trust that the cards that are coming out are what you need to hear. And I try to interpret them the best way and not be biased. And sometimes it's hard to hear the messages and sometimes it's uplifting to hear the messages. And sometimes I giggle when I get the cards because I will use 2 decks of cards when I'm doing some of the readings. So I pull a couple of cards for a main spread, so like a main message, and then I'll ask for clarification. And so I'll use another deck to clarify. And I just giggle when it's like, oh, what is this? 8 of Swords. 8 of Swords is being stuck in your head. And it's like, oh, why is this person stuck in their head? And then the 8 of Swords will come out using the second deck on the same card. It's like, you're stuck in your head because you're stuck in your head. Get out of your head. Like, it's just, or when an encouraging, positive goodness card comes out, and I just giggle and I just, look at me. Look at how I'm responding right now. Like, I have a passion for tarot. And so, like, again, like I said, if you want to check out my other YouTube channel, it is Aqua Empress. Again, the link is in my About page for this channel, but I will try to keep updating here as I continue my journey, I'm realizing it's just not about the weight. It really isn't the physical weight. It is the emotional, mental, spiritual weight. It is a body, mind, soul connection. And so I'm looking at my health and wellness in a whole new level. And I'm just grateful. Even on the hard days, I'm just grateful to be where I am. I may not be the size I want on a scale, but I know in this moment, if I never lose another pound, that I am valued and loved and enough just as I am. And that's huge. Like, that's really huge. That I don't have to do anything but just be Amy Michelle Miller and all her quirks and eccentricity, or however you say the word. And that is what makes me healthy. That is what makes me whole. And I know, if things progress, then that physical weight will naturally shed, because I'm finding fulfillment and acceptance and love in things other than food and alcohol. I've really cut back on drinking and just finding things that really nourish the soul and don't just leave you empty. So that's my update. I am sure in another 3 months, if I do get an update in before the end of the year, we'll see where life goes. But if you followed me through this journey, I hope that you're doing well. And I hope that you are finding to love and accept yourself just as you are, the way I have. I think God guides us all in our own journeys and our own paths. And it is not easy. It is not easy. Going through that breakup, it was some dark nights of the soul. It was some really having to look at myself and how I was putting myself on the back burner, trying to appease somebody else. I didn't even realize I was doing it. And really having to look at myself and how I interact in relationships and working on not making those mistakes again. So that when I go into the next relationship, it's a whole other ball game. But right now I'm just continuing to be in love with myself and nourish myself and treat myself good, allow myself to rest when I need. And, some days when it's a bad day, a song comes on the radio, I stop what I'm doing and I dance like nobody's watching, because nobody's watching. So just love and light to you. And I wish you all nothing but goodness. Thank you for listening to me blab for the last 23 minutes. Have a great day. Bye.